right, so we did multiplication of rational expressions yesterday. So today we are doing division. Okay? So here are the general steps of multiplying a rational expression. But before I go into that, let's just talk about for a second. If I have a regular fraction, say 3/4 divided by 1/2, how would I do that? So yes, I'm going to take the second fraction and flip it, or find the reciprocal of it, right? So it'll be 3/4 times 2/1 instead. Okay, so that would be 6/4. And we can reduce that to be 3/2. So that same thought process that you did into the regular fraction is going to go into solving for a rational expression. So, first step, you're going to flip the second fraction. Always do that. Then you're going to factor it all the way down that you can, as far as you can. You're going to simplify and then multiply. So really, the only difference between yesterday and today is this first step. You're flipping the second fraction. Five over 5x plus 20 divided by x minus 4 over 2x squared. So think back to my steps I just told you. What do I do first? Yep, reciprocal of the second one, right? So I'm going to rewrite this. It's 5 over 5x plus 20 times 2x squared over x minus 1. So notice I went from divide to multiply. Okay? Next step. I need to factor these. Okay? I can't factor a 5 out anymore. This is factored as pretty much as far as I can go, x minus 1. But this one right here, I can factor out something. What can I factor out of it? A 5. So I can rewrite this as 5 times x plus 4. This one? It's by itself, right? So if I were to rewrite this whole thing multiplying straight across, it'd be 5 times 2 times x squared. And then this would be 5 times x plus 4 times x minus 1. So what can I get rid of now at this point? The 5s. Is there anything else I can get rid of? No. So my answer in this case is going to be 2x squared, x minus 4, and x minus 1. What are my excluded values in this case? Positive 4, right? Yep. So what you do is you take each of these and you set them equal to 0. So x minus 4 equals 0, and solve for x. Oh, you're right. Sorry. That's my fault. Yeah, it would be a negative. So subtract 4 from both sides. It'd be x equals negative 4. Okay? And then the other one would be x equals positive 1. But you know, I'm going to put, instead of equals here, I'm going to put a not equal. Okay? Because those are the ones we don't want it to be. We don't want it to be 0 on the bottom. Go ahead and write it down. Okay, step 1 was what again? Flip the second one. So I'm going to write the first one out again. Times, and then it's going to be 2x on the top, minus 7, and 6x plus 3. What am I going to do next? I need to factor them. So I'm going to first look at this polynomial right here, okay? Let's factor that one. Got to use the box here. I have 2x squared here and then an 8. So I need to multiply my diagonal together. 16x squared. So what are my factors of 16x squared that would add up to be 17x? 16 and 1. Good. Okay. So I'll put those into the box. What can I factor out of the top row? 2. I can't take an 8 out of a 2, but I can take a 2. Okay. And this right here, I can only take a 1. How about my left side here? An x. How about right side? Then you can take your 8 out, right? So let's write this out as one fraction. I'm going to put my two factors here, 2x plus 1 and x plus 8 so far. Is there anything I can factor out of this 2x minus 7? No. All right. What can I factor out of this one right here? A 9. So I take out a 9. I can also take out an x. So it'll be 2x minus 7. And then, if you look at this one right here, I could take a 3 out. That'll be 2x plus 1. So there it is, all factored out. What can I get rid of in this? Okay, I can get rid of those, and I can get rid of this one. So I am now left with x plus 8 over, what's 9 times 3? 27x. Okay, so this is my final fraction, but I need to also find out what my x's can't be. And so I need to look at all my values here with x's in them and set those each equal to 0 to find those excluded values. Okay, so if I did that, I have 9x equal to 0. So what would x be in this case? It would be 0. 9 times 0 is 0, right? I'm going to set this one equal to 0. 2x minus 7 equal to 0. If I solve for x, what do you get? I'm going to add 7 to both sides, and then you get 2x equals 7. So x would be 7 halves, right? And then do the same thing with 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Solve for x. So then you end up with x equals, I'm skipping a step here, negative 1 half. So my answer here is x cannot be 0, it cannot be 7 halves, and it cannot be negative 1 half. So, first of all, first step on this is to not panic, okay? It looks like a 4-level fraction and it looks really ugly. But you can rewrite this as the following. X squared plus 4x plus 4 over x minus 6, and then put a divide symbol. And then write it x plus 2.
Or skip a step and just do multiplication.
Well, or you can skip a step and go ahead and flip it. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that. But I want to make sure that everybody knows where I'm going in this. Okay, so I have it written like this. Now I'm going to write it as multiplication and flip it like Cody said. All right. So if you use the box method on this top one here, you end up with x plus 2 times x plus 2. And I can't factor out x minus 6 any more than it is. And I have an x plus 2 here. But what can I factor this x squared minus 36 as? Both, yeah. x minus 6 and x plus 6, right? That's that difference of squares one. So now that I have this factored as far as I can, what can I cancel out? Yep. So my final answer on this one is x plus 2 and x plus 6. And what can my, what do my x's exclude on this case? Yep, negative 2 and a positive 6. All right? So, oh yeah, negative, no, yeah. No, right here. I'm looking at these ones right here. It can be a negative 2 here, and this one would be a positive 6. So, I'm only looking at the denominator right here before I cancel them out. Okay, so x minus 6, that would be 6 minus 6 to make a 0, right? Now, so, whenever you see these with the 4-level fraction, just rewrite it. It's the same thing, okay? Not too scary.